welcome back to Hot Rods World. I think this is like part day 2 or 3. So last video I made for I got the water back in there. We figured out the fuel. The water pump needed needed a charge, so I charged the battery a little bit. Got a little turbo start charger, but now just putting back on the header. So I already started one. I'm actually got this one lined up pretty good, and I got my daughter Reagan's gonna help me view that. So basically I just coated up there pretty good, probably a little bit too much up there, but what I do, not saying it's good or bad. Hey, give me that red rag over there. Not saying it's good or bad. Oh, it's in that chair, Riley. But just wipe my hand. But basically what they say is sprayed on pretty evenly. As you can see here at the top, I don't really have much surface compared to the side, so that's really crucial. So I try to pat it up there a little bit. So what they say on the on this Permatech, this is Permatech red gasket maker, high temp. I like to use this on the headers, but they want us to put it up there, get a snug fit so it can dry out and get that rubbery type feel, and then come back and hit it with a final torque. So right now I might have to move these bolts. I just realized I got 2 of the same ones, but we'll see. So I'll just get it started with this fellow here. And like you say, you know, it's gonna rub off, but at least if you got enough up here, it won't be too bad. I just want to get it where I can start it. Thank you. And let's see if we get this other one started. But I think from the last video, and I'll talk about it, but I removed, I don't like that. I removed the old header wrap. It didn't really buy me anything that I thought was going to help me out. And these headers aren't made for anybody with big hands, so you got to kind of manipulate it in there. So that's why I got Reagan help me out on the camera there, because it's really hard to get your hands in there. Kind of have to jiggle this thing to get it started. And I normally take the valve covers off just so I can get, I need to, I know we adjust, right? I might have to come on this other side. But, I'll take that one out and put it up somewhere else. I don't like it up there. It's hard to get. You can back it up some, Reckon. You ain't gotta get that far. Get that started there. And basically, we'll let this sit overnight, and then I'll torque them to final specs in the morning. But just wanted to show you guys, good or bad, how I do it. And I think I'm gonna take this fellow out. Some of these got ratchet ends on them, some of them don't, so I'm actually gonna replace. It's hard to get my Allen here, the screws in there on this side. I didn't really keep an eye on what I need to do. Take this out before it gets too. And these headers right here were made, they're not out of the box. I actually had them bent up and made for this car. So the good thing about that is it's made for the car. Bad thing about that is it's made for the car. So when you go to sell them, it's hard to get anybody to buy them unless the motor sits, or it would be hard for somebody else to come take that in there. And this is what I'm talking about right here. So one end is for Allen head, one's for things. So I normally put these because they're easy to get to on the top. I just didn't realize how many I had over here on this side here. This is my number 2 here. Like I said, I'll get a bead. Like I say, luckily, I think when we took them off, we found that they were leaking anyway, or they need to be replaced anyway. So I think it's kind of good we got it going. Try to get them. So I got this here so I can tighten it up. This is this guy here. Just so lightly. I won't get too tight, but I want to get tighter to make that then I'll put this one back because it's a lot easier to get my screw in this fellow. This one. What I'm doing is I'm just lifting up on them to make it a little easier to get these bolts in here because of where they sit at. I need to back this on a little bit. It's a little bit too tight. If you get them too tight in here to start with, then it makes it hard to get the other one started. So, and I'm moving this tube because it's down at the bottom, so that's what I'm doing. I'm lifting up on it, taking a little pressure off the tube so I can try to hand tighten these things prior to going in there because it takes forever if I can't hand tighten them because just to the location it's not. Don't give you much room. I don't know how those guys with big blocks or mod motors get to these headers because it takes all day. But fun thing you gotta do to take your time and do it. Like once I get it to a spot, I can get it there. So, but like you say, outside the car, I couldn't. You couldn't hear it, but in the car, I mean, if you got an ear for that thing, I could hear the header leak in there. Like you say, a lot of people just say it sound like loud noise, but I could actually hear it leaking in the car. So, kind of worked out. And like you say, it'd probably be a lot easier, but these tubes are 2 inches right at the flange, and they bubble out from there, go up to whatever they're supposed to go to. So that's why it's a little tight in here, you know, compared to having like a smaller header, like a 1 7/8 or 1 3/4. So where you can just get a tool set in here. It's not the easiest place to do. It's almost there. I can feel it moving. So I just want to get them kind of snug, and then in the morning I'll just let them cure overnight for a little bit, and I'll return I'll do the other side. Like I said, I'm not gonna bore you with a video of the fun of getting these on, taking your time, but it's always a fight to get them on. But these things get hot. These tubes get hot when the car is running, but they cool off very quickly. But what I did find with that wrap, it also kept the heat in too, so it didn't cool them as quickly. It also didn't help the heat tighten this last one up, and like I said, we'll come back and put a final tighten on them. Okay. And what I do is just take this and just move it down. Keep it out of that exhaust rail. Got my, just want to keep trash out of getting into your oil. I just changed this oil prior to the water issue, so I don't want to get back and have to do all that stuff again. So keep all that trash out there. But just want to make a quick video real quick of how I take my time and get these headers on. And like I say, next video should be firing up. Praying that I didn't get a head gasket when I start to let it run without water. So welcome back to Hot Rods World, and today we got it all buttoned up. Try to fire it up, so I'll show you what I did is I pulled it off the round pipes. I still got it on down there, but as we saw, it's not working perfectly. But at least on the passenger side, I did the same thing. And the reason why I did that is because the number 2 on this side and the no, this is the number 5. See, number 6 and the 2 and 3 on that side were leaking gaskets because it's so tight around that radius of this K member that by adding that what you call around there, it messed it up. But you know, there's so many bends and stuff around there, just push the headers around kind of weird. And as you can see right here, with one off, I barely got a gap in there. I can get a piece of paper through there. You can barely see that gap right there. So it didn't have much room to play with. But anyway, let's see if we can get it started up, guys. Quick thing, Eric, if you're watching this, I did fix the bowls. I got them on the about at the bottom of the hourglass. I know you may mention that last time, so I did make that adjustment on the carburetors a couple days ago. So, but anyway, let's see if we can fire it up. Got Riley in the cockpit today. She's doing that. Ryan's stuck in there somewhere, so they're gonna help me out. right, guys. So we just made a startup with the help of Riley and Ryan. All the headers sound good. I didn't hear earlier. I was hearing a pop, but it might be from the exhaust leak. But right then, everything's clear. The only thing I do want to do is last time we took it out with the plate is let me make sure I'm showing. The only thing I do want to take out is we added some. We added some nitrous and took away fuel because we thought the plate was working, but it wasn't. So the only thing I am going to do is put the old spread back in the in the plate to start off with. I think it's probably like 50 less horsepower. Ryan, that's hot. 50 less horsepower, and I think we add back like 8 points on the or not 8, but 8 numbers on the fuel side. So that's what I'm gonna put back in there. But hopefully next time we'll be testing tune at Gallant, and then that following Saturday be our first run at 252 list. The bad news I did find out is that because I don't have the alternator on, Ryan, stop before you break it. Stop. I got it. We'll put it up. But the only bad news that I found out is that when I run the race, I'm gonna have to run small block nitrous, which is pretty much open to any car that got a small block in it with fiberglass Lexan doors, compared to String Street, because I don't have the alternator on. Like I say, wait, you know how it goes with trying to get going to the get anything done, because where it normally mounts on the old mount is the motor plate's in the way, so I'm gonna have to get a different mount to get the alternator on, and it got to be tagged in insurance. I just don't have time. So I'll run nitrous street. Nitrous, whatever it's called. Maybe nitrous street, small block nitrous, I think it's called. So I'll be in a class with cars that's cut all up. But it is what it is. Like I say, you got to run 3 races to qualify to run the final finale at Rockingham in, I think, November. So the good thing is, hey, we'll run and have fun. Bring it back in one piece is my goal. And then next year I can work forward to getting carburetor on. But until next time, guys, like, share, subscribe.